been a lot of conversation since Mouse was pulled from McMinn County Schools' 8th grade curriculum. And tomorrow night, the Mizpah Congregation will be continuing that conversation.
That would have been last on my list of books that I thought would be targeted in such a way.
Mizpah Congregation Rabbi Craig James was taken back when the graphic novel Mouse was banned.
So my question for those who have had a chance to read in McMinn County, how did you encounter this book?
St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Athens previously held a discussion about the book Mouse and its historical significance.
I give a great deal of credit to the St. Paul's Episcopal Church.
And now, the Mizpah Congregation is holding its own discussion on the book with author of Mouse, Art Spiegelman, attending.
Now he's responded to it being so well received over the years as an educational tool.
Mark Bergen also wants to continue that conversation.
Hundreds of miles away, but I am going to be coming through there later this summer.
Shortly after the book was banned, Bergen said that he's planning on traveling to Athens to donate copies of Mouse or send copies to local students.
So we're losing that history, and it's so vital, not just if you're Jewish, but as a human being.
To him, it's too important to not do something.
I said, I can't let this stand. There must be something I can do.
And it's the same for Rabbi Lewis and his congregation.
We're hoping to be proactive and not letting our school board address the issue in the same way.
Rabbi Lewis tells me that if the Zoom event fills up tomorrow, the Jewish Federation of Greater Chattanooga will be live streaming the event on its Facebook page.
It's been called the Great Resignation. The U.S. has seen an increase in people quitting their jobs, leaving many businesses short-staffed. Chattanooga is no exception either. But now there's a push to fill open jobs with people who may otherwise be overlooked. Eric Benninghoff has the story. Eric, good evening.
Good evening, Kim. Businesses need employees, and many folks with disabilities are in need of work. That's why some local groups are working to make those connections and bridge that employment gap.
Through the gate, you'll go down the stairs and to your right.
For many, work's about a paycheck, but for Justin Free, it's also about belonging.
Proud doesn't even begin to describe it. I feel like I found that group I've always been searching for, and it's here.
But getting to this point didn't come easy for Justin, who's on the autism spectrum.
I was basically given every excuse that I don't belong in the workforce.
As a greeter at Rock City, where he's worked for 3 years.
Hello, Gracie. Nice to meet you.
He's found a home.
He has work ethic that is through the roof. He brings enthusiasm every day.
Susan Harris is the CEO of Rock City. She says the diagnosis Justin has doesn't define how he can contribute.
He might learn differently than some other people, but he learns, and he learns quick. And he is committed to doing a great job.
While the unemployment rate for people with disabilities has improved over the last year, it's still over twice as high as the rate for those without disabilities.
There are a lot of vacant positions, a lot of people trying to hire, and a lot of people with disabilities with every qualification necessary. How are we making those connections?
Deb Sosha is the president of the Enterprise Center. Her group is working to bring service providers, school programs, and big employers like Blue Cross and Volkswagen together to bridge those gaps.
When you hire somebody with a disability, they very often will stay with you for many years. So you actually save money by not having to go through that process again and again.
Hey, how's it going, crew?
Justin Free hopes more people in his boat will be given opportunities like this.
You give us a chance, we'll put our heart and soul into it.
Taking big steps toward independence and earning it.
The woman says she was there for her regular appointment, but when she refused to wear a mask, a simple appointment escalated.
If you don't want to wear a mask, you shouldn't be forced to wear a mask.
A protest for their friend, Jessica Hedgecock.
And I went into Cleveland Imaging and went to sign in. She said, "Do you have a mask?" And I said, "No, I don't."
Shortly after refusing to comply with Cleveland Imaging's mask policy, Hedgecock was arrested. And while some protesters say it was because she wouldn't wear a mask, police say otherwise.
They tried to basically convince me, "Ma'am, you don't need to do this. Please just leave."
A spokesperson from the Cleveland Police Department says she was arrested after refusing to leave. Police say she was asked several times to leave the premises, and then officers issued a citation which she refused to sign. The only other option was an arrest for criminal trespassing. What's your reaction when you hear that?
Policy, your mask policy is not law. My rights are higher than your policy and your mandates.
I think she did right. I think that she stood for her freedom.
CPD, however, say she was arrested because she refused to leave, not because of the mask policy. In regards to that mask policy, Since Cleveland Imaging is a private business, we asked Hedgecock if that makes a difference to her.
But as far as in regard to what we're speaking about here, my freedoms cannot be trampled upon from a company's mandate. The Constitution protects the people, not a business.